How you doing, everybody? This is Max Farrow from fxcopy, and today is the 24th of April, and I just wanted to give you a quick update of what's happening to the general public, of what's going on. Real simply enough, the United States is really heavily regulated within the Forex world, the foreign exchange. Okay? Now, the foreign exchange, of course, is just a group of banks throughout the world that speak to each other and trade each other's currency. Okay? They all talk to each other in different forms and different methods. Brokers, because there is no direct exchange. The exchange part here that we're talking about for the foreign exchange part is that this bank will exchange money with this bank for its own notes from its own country, and the difference between the value sometimes could be in the positive or the negative for either side. They create a quote pair where the euro versus the USD or what have you, and this gets a value of either up or down, you know, for the day or what have you. Okay, that's how the foreign exchange basically works. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but the idea is that a broker over here in the United States needed to be regulated by the NFA, or needed to be a member of the NFA, which is the National Futures Association, and the CFTC. Now, why did we get into a little bit of a tizzy here just recently whether or not our fxcopy system, where we make trades on our own account and created a software that copies over to your account, why did we think we were in a little bit of hot water where we stopped everybody's account here just recently? Well, first and foremost, we wanted to make sure that we were following the compliancy of the SFTC and the NFA. And what we found out was that our broker that we were using, Traders Way, was not part of the NFA. We were informed by Traders Way that it's legal because the NFA doesn't govern their body because they're in the Dominican. Well, that's great for them. But for us, it may have presented a problem. Why? Because if Traders Way was breaking the regulation here in the United States, us as a U.S. resident and a U.S. company using that system, could we be held liable, as well as could we be charged with aiding and abetting of a crime? Okay, by helping them, by giving them money, because we were putting money into these accounts, and there was our customers, some of them were using the Traders Way system. Now, we originally weren't sure, and we erred on the we went with the side of caution. We erred on the side of caution because we didn't want to take a chance. Now, we cannot find precedent of any company being charged for this process as of yet. But because the bills were only recently put in with the CFD systems, that companies had to be regulated here in the United States, and we're a U.S. company, we needed to find a way on fixing our way that we communicated with the network. Now, in the recent light of news of Facebook and all its privacy issues and all that stuff, what we had to do was, instead of giving you an EA from our company, we needed to join a third-party system, which we did. Okay, and our account has joined the third-party system. Okay, we'll call this ST. Okay, and we make the trades. We show the trades being made here, and we allow ST to attach to our account here in the United States, which is legal, and then copy to your account. Okay, and so now what this has done, this company is in the UK. It follows the regulations of the FS or CFD or CDF or something to that effect. And now it doesn't matter where you're at because it's following a country's legality for the trade there, whether or not you are a U.S. citizen or a Russian citizen, or it doesn't matter where you're at. Okay? It's just that we needed to take the legality off of us, because if we kept on where we were going, the NFA wanted us to become, here's another initial for you, a CTA, which was simple. Right? So we found, because this is a commodities trading advisor, but we found that we're exempt from this solution. Okay, because the moment I give the data and information to this company that's registered over in the UK, it becomes off of our plate. You're just taking the liability of covering and of copying those trades, and it's completely up to you. And even us, you setting your risk value from our minimum, you get to set your risk value, and you still control copy of your trade that you can get in and out. So we're not forcing you to be into that process. So this is not an advisory process now. This seems very confusing, doesn't it? Imagine how we felt. We just thought we were doing the right thing. All right. Well, it looks like that we got everything lined out. So what does that mean for all of you now? Well, if you want part in the solution, here's where you go. Go to our Get Started page. Make sure you're logged out. Go to our Get Started page. I'll put a link in this video. It's a setup fee of $175, $47 a month. You pay your $175, and then in a month you'll pay $47, and that's it. If you get in before Friday, it's going to be these numbers. If not, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I needed to say is that it's going to be twice the amount. It really is, because I have to do that. So I wanted to get this out to everybody quickly. We're still finishing up remodeling the training, but everything will be fine once you're on board. Okay, to get your numbers on. Now, why would you just do that without looking at the numbers? Well, let's go look at the numbers. Here's the Odin 4 and since our reboot. Now, what we do is that we created a system that trades terrible. Okay, and we call this the Odin Alpha. We found the bot, and we didn't want to switch it because it trades so bad, makes so many bad decisions that we just wanted to leave well enough alone. Yes, we could actually alter it so it could be in the reverse like this, but there's a reason why we're doing it in this fashion, because I don't want to disturb the data. Later on, we'll have a thing called the Odin Pure, which will be this system in its own bot, and then we'll finally switch over to it. But what's happening right now is that the Odin Alpha looks like this. See? Now this has been going since January 12th. And look what happens. If we take this and reverse it in our minds, this down day was actually a positive day. So you get 1 or 2 positive days, which would be negative days for us, but it then 5 or 6 negative days, which is positive days for us. And you can kind of see every down set is only really have a little bit of pullback, just a little bit, 1 or 2 days. And then back down again, then down again, and see where this is going. Now, why is this so important to you? Because in the actuality of life, what's happening is that it looks like this. Oop, wait. There. Looks like this. Now, the numbers. 59 pips a day. 38 pips for the week. I know, that seems really weird, right? But since we started on the 12th, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, we've done 449 pips. Our average out for the week, 449 divided by 8, is 56 pips a day. Why is that? You may not think that that's a lot of pips. Well, if you think about it, if a pip, okay, if a single pip is, if we're trading at a micro lot, which we're trading on, all this stuff here is just set as all standard micro lots, right? Once you see the history here, we're not trading some fancy, trick in pips or anything else, okay, like some people do. Okay, if we're trading at this ratio, if I trade at 0.01 and you have a multiplier on our system of times 1, you're going to do exactly what we do. If you do a times 2, you're going to do twice as much. Times 3, 3 times as much, and so forth. Well, if you do times 3, that's 0.03 microlot. Now, if I do a standard or a mini lot, okay, that's times 10. So if I wanted to do 5 mini lots, I would do times 50. And what would that look like in our system? Well, if I wanted to do 5 mini lots, let's see, $32.09 times 50. $1,600 so far for the month. in the last 8 days. It's about $200 a day. That's how well 50 pips a day can do for you. Price, you can make money in 20 pips a day. But we want to teach you how to get the right balance, how to get the right process. I don't want to take too much more of your time. I know you're busy. So get on board by getting over to the system. Get started. Click the Go Prime. Pay the $175. We'll get you all set up. Everything's on board. There's phone numbers. There's people standing by to help you get everything set up. We're now ready. We're now 100% ready to start this thing pushing even further. To get in while the prices are low, while we're getting everything finished out, and we'll get you on board. Be prepared. There's going to be some learning. There's going to be some webinars. You'll get daily updates every single day, of course. I'm a stickler with that now. We have daily updates coming to you via video with me explaining everything. Hope to see you inside. And as always, trade well.